To introduce our first recipient. He's a gentleman I had the honor to have an office across from at Fort Hamilton for many, many years. He's a guy who is a lifelong resident living in Park Slope. He was in the United States Navy from 1951 to 1955 during the Korean War. Needless to say, he has it in his bio, he was honorably discharged. Ed Clancy worked for the United States Army Fort Hamilton after being in the Navy and retired after 21 years in 1995. That's another example of a veteran still serving. He served his nation during the Korean War and he was still serving, working at Fort Hamilton. He's a member of the AFGE 2204 Union. He started at the bottom. He served as a shop steward. He was the chief shop steward. He was the vice president and president. He served as the union president, taking care of all the employees of Fort Hamilton who were members of the union for over 10 years. He's a member of while at Fort Hamilton, he was a major driving force in Abner Doubleday Field. Is that correct, Ed? Okay. He's a member of many veterans in this room today. He's a member of many veterans organizations. He's a member of the American Legion Windsor Terrace Post, number 1175, where he served as a post adjutant, post vice commander, and post commander. He's a member of the American Legion Kings County, where he was a membership committee, oratorical chairman, boy state director, which he did for many years, and really enjoyed it. And he's brought a lot of other men into the fold, and they've gone up and they've helped our young men. And are there women involved? Yeah, I think you've had mostly guys. Girls' State. That's Boys' State. Boys' State. Okay. He involved a lot of other guys from the other veterans, and they bring them up and they have they make sure that they understand what they're doing with the American Legion. They teach them. Kings County. He was a member of the Kings County Honor Guard for how many years? A lot. He served on the county executive committee in various capacities, including the vice county commander and the county commander. He's been involved with the Memorial Day Parade Committee as a committee member, and he's been taking care of the bands. He's made sure that the bands that participate come to the parade. And he's also served in various other positions during the whole time he's been a member of the Memorial Day Parade Committee. So I present to you our first 2010 recipient of the Patriotism Award, Edward Clancy.
This is a great honor to be here tonight and accept this award for this great organization that's done so much for so many years, and I appreciate everything that's happening. Thank you.
Our next recipient is an Army veteran having served during the Vietnam era from 1974 to 1978. She was trained as a technician in Pershing missile electronics and as a helicopter electrician. Connie Ranocchia has been a very active member of the American Legion for 18 years and the Auxiliary for 15 years. By very active, I mean she served as commander of Kings Highway Post 1358 from 2001 to 2002 and is presently second vice commander, Amity Post 791. At the county level, she was vice commander for 6 years and division commander, and also served on several county committees. In the Auxiliary, she was unit president of the Kings Highway Auxiliary 1358 from 2005 to 2006, and is currently the Kings County president for 2009-2010. She is also a life member of Chapter 72 of the Vietnam Veterans of America, a member of the Disabled American Veterans Chapter 154. Is that a life member as well? Life member as well. A charter member of the Women's Memorial. She's on the Fort Hamilton's Veterans Committee and the Selective Service System. And we are very lucky to have her on the executive board of the Memorial Day Parade Committee as the second vice president. Active in the community, she recently organized a special mass at St. Anselm's honoring veterans past and present. In her professional life, she worked for General Electric and Kawasaki, building trains for the MTA. She was also a teacher's assistant in special education for 15 years for the Board of Ed and served as a representative for the United Federations of Teachers. She has also been active in her kids' schools in the PTA and other committees, and in between all of that, she also found time to coach PAL, Little League, and she even taught karate. So be careful. Are you a black belt? Oh, wow. Connie is supported by the love of her life, her husband Joseph, of 30 years. Her parents, Julio and Irene, and her children, Margaret, Joseph, and Jessica. Her 2 sisters and her brother, granddaughter, son-in-law, brothers and sisters-in-law, many nephews and nieces also give her great support. Now I know where you get all this help stuffing all those envelopes you send around. Connie takes great pride in having served her nation and is very proud to be a veteran. I present to you Connie Ranocchio, recipient of the Patriotism Award for 2010.
Thank you so much. I have nothing really more to say than what Ray said, except for my great family that always supports me and all my friends that are here today, from all my veterans and my personal friends. And it gives me great pride always to be a veteran and to be part of the great Memorial Day Parade. That's my baby.
We have a special recognition recognizing PS 216, the Arturo Toscanini School on Avenue X in Brooklyn. They have been honoring veterans for the past 15 years. One thing about the school is designated as a highly qualified, high-performing school. My wife is a teacher, so I know how difficult it is to be in the Board of Ed. I know how difficult it is. I see how hard she works. So in order to be designated a highly qualified, high-performing school takes a lot of effort. So kudos to the principal and to her staff. The arts, and I have to mention, my wife's an art teacher. The arts curriculum provides a unique common language for all students. That's something that they highlight at the school. The principal, Celia Kaplinski, she's been the principal since 2003. Her bio is just too long to mention, but one thing that she has, she firmly believes that when you educate a child, you educate a generation. You can't beat that. The woman that's with her she initiated a program to salute veterans, and she has a show. She's been putting on a show every year for the past 15 years. Ann Pollock has put on a show that is comprised of over 100 students from pre-K to grade 5. They sing, they dance, they recite poetry. They show that PS 216 has developed a patriotic heart, and that each and every child takes with them a deep commitment to honoring our veterans now and in the future. Ms. Komplinsky, Ms. Pollock, could you please come to the podium? And I believe there's an assistant principal here. Mrs. Glazer. Mrs. Glazer, could you please come up? I'd like to say a few words.